The security alarm screamed at 1:21 a.m. Rain lashed the windows of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. Two men, dressed as Boston police officers, flashed badges at the night guard. "There's a disturbance," one said calmly. The guard, against protocol, opened the door. Within minutes, the museum's director was bound and gagged in her office. Over the next 81 minutes, thieves stripped the walls of 13 masterpieces, Vermeers, Rembrandts, a Degas, vanishing into the storm with art worth over $500 million. Not a single painting has ever been recovered. This isn't a Hollywood script. It happened. And it's just one chapter in the shadowy high-stakes world where art isn't just priceless. It's a currency for the underworld, a trophy for the untouchable, and the target of the most audacious thefts in human history. Forget bank vaults. The real treasures lie behind velvet ropes and silent alarms guarded by systems that time and again have proven tragically human. Imagine the scene in Paris, 1911. The Louvre is quiet, almost sacred. A carpenter named Vincenzo Peruggia, employed to install protective glass cases, simply walks out a side door with the Mona Lisa hidden under his smock. He'd hidden it under his bed for 2 years before attempting to sell it back to Italy, convinced he was a patriot returning stolen art. The irony? The painting wasn't even Italian property at the time. The world went berserk. Newspapers offered insane rewards. Picasso was briefly arrested for knowing a suspect. The theft made the Mona Lisa the most famous painting on Earth, a status it likely wouldn't have achieved without the scandal. Peruggia, a nobody, became immortalized by his crime, proving that stealing art isn't just about money, it's about legacy, ego, and rewriting history itself. The painting was recovered, but the myth was born. The ultimate art heist is the one that gets away. The Gardner heist. The Everest of unsolved art crimes. Why does it haunt us? What secrets still linger in those empty halls? Why did the thieves, armed, in total control, leave behind $500 million in masterpieces? Was it chance or something far more deliberate? Why target only certain treasures, ignoring others just as priceless? What invisible hand guided their choices that night? The answer, perhaps, lies in the shadows, hidden in the true identities of the thieves. Investigators whisper, an inside job. Orchestrated by organized crime, masterminds lurking just out of reach. A list, precise, chilling, likely commissioned by a collector who craved the forbidden. Someone desperate for exclusivity. Someone who wanted these masterpieces to vanish from the world. Forever, hidden away, locked in a private vault, sealed from every eye but their own. Art transformed into a secret. The empty frames still hang in the Gardner. A silent, haunting memorial to what was lost and what remains unknown. One theory, as chilling as it is plausible, the thieves were tipped off. A single flaw in security, revealed by a whisper in the dark. A disgruntled staff member, perhaps. Betrayal from within, the cost, generations of curators, art lovers, and even the thieves themselves, if they still walk among us, all carry the weight of that loss, invisible but heavy. A burden that never fades. This isn't just property. It's a piece of our shared soul, vanished into the void. Fast forward, Stockholm 2003. A new stage, a new cast, but the same shadows. Armed men in speedboats roar up to the National Museum. The plan, bold, cinematic, ruthless, they storm inside, guards are tied, helpless. The clock is ticking. In just 8 minutes, 2 Rembrandts and a Renoir gone. Stolen in a breathless blur, the ghost. Worth over $60 million. A fortune, vanished. The speedboats disappear into the archipelago, like phantoms, swallowed by the night. But the real twist? Years later, Swedish police uncover a bizarre detail. The Renoir, found rolled up in a ditch, discovered by a dog walker. Why? Why steal a masterpiece, only to discard it? What game was truly being played? The answer lies in the brutal reality of the art underworld. Here, nothing is sacred. Sometimes the theft itself is the goal, a bargaining chip, a message, a move in a shadowy chess game, a favor for a powerful patron, or a debt repaid in darkness, sometimes even insurance fraud. The motives multiply, hidden in plain sight. The art becomes disposable. Once its purpose is served, it's cast aside, a pawn sacrificed. The Renoir was recovered, battered, but intact. A testament to reckless ambition, a monument to the sheer audacity and carelessness of these crimes. The Rembrandts, still missing, lost to the shadows, likely languishing in some anonymous collection. Their stories silenced. Their beauty, known only to a chosen few. Hidden, hoarded, lost. Their beauty, known only to a chosen few. Then there's the sheer, almost comical audacity of the 2005 heist at the Musée Marmottan Monet in Paris. Thieves cut the museum's phone lines, disabled alarms, and walked out with 8 impressionist masterpieces, including Monet's iconic water lilies, worth over $100 million. How? They exploited a moment of pure mundane human error. The museum's main security system required a guard to manually activate it after closing. That night, the guard forgot. The thieves, likely watching, pounced. It wasn't high-tech lasers they defeated, it was simple forgetfulness. The paintings were recovered years later, hidden in a safe deposit box in Italy, after a complex sting operation involving Italian police posing as shady art dealers. The mastermind, a former museum security guard, the bitter punchline, he was motivated not by greed alone but by resentment over being fired. Art theft is often deeply personal, fueled by grudges as much as gold. Modern heists have evolved, becoming terrifyingly sophisticated. In 2019, thieves used drones and thermal imaging to case the Green Vault in Dresden, Germany, a fortress housing treasures from the Saxon kings. They cut power, smashed windows with sledgehammers, and stole over $100 million worth of 18th century jewels and artifacts in under 10 minutes. The precision was military grade, yet even here, human folly played a role. Initial police reports mistakenly described the thieves as wearing brown jackets, when security footage clearly showed black. This critical error delayed the manhunt, allowing the thieves to vanish. The investigation revealed an astonishing detail. The thieves discarded priceless items during the escape because they were too bulky, focusing only on the highest value, most portable pieces. One priceless diamond-encrusted sword, left behind on the street. The message is clear. In the eyes of the thief, art is purely transactional, stripped of all cultural meaning. Why do these heists keep happening? Because the art market is a labyrinth of secrecy. Billions change hands privately with little oversight. A stolen masterpiece can be hidden for decades, its ownership obscured through shell companies and discreet dealers. Insurance payouts often fund the next heist. And the demand? Insatiable. For certain ultra-wealthy collectors, possessing a lost masterpiece is the ultimate status symbol, a secret shared only with the most trusted confidants. The Gardner thieves likely knew this. They weren't just stealing art, they were stealing impossibility. They took work so famous, so recognizable that they should be unsellable. And yet the belief persists they found a buyer who could afford to keep them locked away, unseen forever. It's a perverse alchemy, transforming global icons into private ghosts. The emotional resonance cuts deep. Think of the Ginevra dei Benci by Leonardo da Vinci, stolen from the Gardner. It's not just a painting, it's a portrait of a 15-year-old Renaissance woman, her intelligence and vulnerability captured for eternity. Where is she now? Hidden in a dark room, deteriorating in poor conditions. The loss isn't financial, it's a severing of our connection to the past, to the human story. Every empty frame in the Gardner, every unsolved case file, is a wound in our cultural memory. These aren't just objects, they're vessels of human emotion, skill, and history. When they vanish, a part of us vanishes too. The mystery deepens with each unsolved case. Was the Gardner heist linked to the recovery of a stolen Vermeer in 2022, found wrapped in a towel in an Italian farmhouse? How? Why then? The art underworld operates on whispers and deniability, making investigation a Sisyphean task. Interpol's stolen art database lists over 50,000 items, but the true number is likely far higher. Many thefts are never reported, to avoid insurance hikes or reputational damage. The most expensive art heists aren't just crimes against museums, they're crimes against time itself, erasing brushstrokes of genius from the collective human record. So, the next time you stand before a masterpiece in a museum, look beyond the glass. Notice the subtle hum of the security system, the discreet camera in the corner. That painting survived wars, revolutions, and the passage of centuries. But its greatest threat might not be time or decay. It could be the quiet click of a poorly secured door, the moment a guard looks away, or the cold calculation of a thief who sees not beauty but a billion-dollar opportunity. The Gardner frames still hang empty. The Mona Lisa survived Perugia, but how many near misses happen in the shadows? The true cost of these heists isn't measured in insurance claims, it's measured in the silent spaces where art should be, in the stories untold, in the beauty hidden from the world. The most expensive art heists aren't just about the theft, they're about the enduring, haunting absence they leave behind. And that, perhaps, is the most valuable secret of all. The real masterpiece stolen isn't the painting on the wall, it's our sense of security, the belief that beauty, once created, is safe. That illusion is shattered, one empty frame at a time.